Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman. We just finished off the Pirate Cub game, and it was a good game for the Cubs today. A 4-1 win with Jenkins all the way. Now we have the Atlanta Braves at the Cincinnati Reds, second of a 4-game series. We're going to set this one up here live. Same situation insofar as the Braves come in with a 4.5 game lead over the Giants, who play later today. So again, the Giants would be looking for a loss here to get within 4 games. It's going to be Pat Jarvis for the Braves and Gary Nolan for the Reds. I'm going to set up everything here with fielding ratings and everything. And when I get back, I'll go over the lineups and we'll be beginning this ball game. Oh, Kathy Harden is here. I just read it. 15 degrees. What great weather for Strat-O-Matic. Baseball. I don't blame you. We'll be back with the lineups in a couple minutes. This is Jeffrey Guterman, Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Well, greetings, everybody. It's Jeffrey Guterman, and we have another ball game. The other one was a quick one. Cubs ended up with Jenkins 4-1 win. Here's another good game. It's the Atlanta Braves at the Cincinnati Reds. It's the second of a 4-game series. The Braves won the first one on a complete game shutout by Phil Niekro, 4-0. Merritt went all the way for the loss. In this game, it'll be Pat Jarvis with 12 wins going against Gary Nolan. He has won 5. He's been hurt for much of the season. And both are right-handers. The Braves come into this 4 1/2 games in first place. Cardinals play at Montreal later on this date. They are in second place, 4.5. I'm sorry, the Giants. The Giants play not Montreal. I think it's Houston. Yes, they are at the Astrodome. And they are 4.5 games out. And a Cincinnati win would help Cincinnati, but it would also help the Giants, who are in second place, 4 1/2 games behind. Let's look at our opening lineups. For the Braves, it's Felipe leading off in center, Gonzalez in left, Aaron in right, Orlando at first, Cletus at third, Felix at second, Sonny Jackson at shortstop, Bob Didier behind the plate, and Pat Jarvis, the pitcher. For the Reds, it's Pete Rose leading off in right, Tolan in center, Alex Johnson in left, Tony Perez at third, catching, Lee May at first, Tommy Helms at second, Woodward at short, and Gary Nolan, the pitcher, a right-hander. And in just a few minutes, these clubs will take the field. Kathy Horton for the Reds. The Reds are playing 500 baseball. They've been in a sort of a funk lately. A loss today, they go below 500. Oh. I often forget something. The Reds won this one in real world 2-1. Upshur came in relief for the Braves in real world, and Nolan went all the way. And the Reds take the field. We are at Crosley, Gary Nolan on the mound. And leading it off for the Atlanta Braves, the first place Braves will be Felipe, facing Gary Nolan. Again, it's Kathy Harden for the Reds. Here's Nolan. He's ready. The windup and the pitch from Nolan. That's 6-3 right-handed. Grounds it back to Nolan. He's a 5. 5-0 though. Wow. That'll be a 2-5. It's an S1. He's a 0. Let's see if it's a rare play. No, and it's a base hit to open it up for Felipe. So Felipe is on. And here is Tony Gonzalez. Aaron on deck. Oh, it's good coffee. Oh. Okay, Nolan working from the stretch with Felipe on first, nobody out. The pitch to Gonzalez. That's 3-8, and that is a liner to second, caught by Helms, 1 out. Here comes Aaron. Nolan now. And the pitch to Aaron. That's 4-5 right-handed, struck him out. 2 away here in the top of the first. Orlando steps in with Felipe on first. The pitch from Nolan. That's 5-10 right-handed. Grounds to short X. Woodward. 330. G2 E30. 6-11 15. E30. And he throws him out. And the side is retired. So it's no runs for the Braves in the top of the first. 1 hit, the leadoff single by Felipe. He was left on, and after a half, it's Atlanta 0 and Cincinnati coming up. Pat Jarvis comes out with the Braves. Leading it off, Pete Rose. Rose, switch hitter, batting left against Jarvis. Here's Jarvis now. He's ready. The windup and the pitch to Rose. 3-8 right-handed, and it's a fly ball to left field for Gonzalez. He makes the catch. It's 1 away. Here's Bobby Tolan now. Jarvis winds and deals to Tolan. 2-7 right-handed. Another fly ball to left for Gonzalez. And he makes the catch. 2 away. And the batter is Alex Johnson. Here's Jarvis. And the pitch to Johnson. That's 1-7 right-handed. And that is a grounder to first. Oh, it's stopped by Orlando. Nice stop. And he's going to throw it to Jarvis, who's covering the bag. And so it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jarvis. It was single 1 to 15. It was an 18 on the 20 die. We've gone 1 inning, and this is a scoreless ball game. My name's Jeffrey Gudeman. Good morning to you all, wherever you may be. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. We do a replay of the entire 1969 season. We're on September 6th in 1969. And we broadcast every game. And we're back here, Studio B in Fort Lauderdale. See how that coffee is doing there. Went through a lot of it already. One cup left. Gary Nolan on the mound. He allowed a base hit to Felipe in the first, and that was it. It's going to be Cletus Boyer to lead it off. Cardi did not start this game, but he did pinch hit in real world, and we wouldn't hesitate to do so. Whew. Indeed, Kathy Harden, indeed. Okay, here's Boyer now at the plate. Nolan on the mound. Here's the pitch. That's 4-9, right-handed. It's hit well by Boyer into the gap. And that will be a leadoff double for Boyer. It was home run 1 to 12. He has the power, but it was a 20. So it is a double. A 4-9 right-handed double. And here's Felix Millan. Nolan now. In trouble here in the second. The pitch to Felix. That's 111 right-handed. There's a base hit to center. I don't know if Boyer has the speed. Tolan is a -2. Boyer 1 to 10 will hold. At first and third, nobody out. And here's Sonny Jackson. Sonny, a left-handed hitter. Oh, that's good coffee. Ooh. First and third, nobody out, Nolan. The pitch to Jackson. That's 4-8 left-handed. Oh, there is a base hit. Boyer comes home. Millan goes to third. It's 1-0 Atlanta. 3 straight hits off Nolan here in the second. First and third, still nobody out for Bob Didier. We got trouble right here in River City. Pool. Here's Didier now. The pitch from Nolan. That's 4-6. Switch hitter batting left. He walked him. So Nolan in big trouble. He's loaded the bases now with nobody out. And Pat Jarvis, the pitcher, comes to the plate. And that rhymes with pool. Swell. Words like swell. Bases loaded, nobody out. Nolan. Kathy fuming. Here's the pitch to Jarvis. 1-6, and he struck him out. So that was a big strikeout. Now they have a chance for a double play on Felipe. It's 1 out, bases loaded. Nolan trying to get out of this with just 1 run. Here's Nolan now. Full windup. Pitch to Felipe. 4-10, right-handed, fly ball left. And that will be deep enough for Felix to tag. It was a 4-10 right-handed, fly ball left B. So Felipe gets a sacrifice fly, and that's the second run of the inning. It's 2 outs now, first and second, 2 in. And Tony Gonzalez, the batter. Braves with 2 runs here in the top of the second. Nolan. The pitch to Gonzalez. 4-10 left-handed, fly ball left. And Alex Johnson is under it, and the side is retired. But there were 2 runs on 3 hits, a walk, and a sacrifice fly. We're in the middle of the second here. It's Atlanta 2, Cincinnati nothing. Tough inning there for Gary Nolan. We move to the bottom of the second. Jarvis retired the Reds in order in the first. It will be Perez leading it off. Perez, bench, and May. They're bowling off Nolan. Oh, I don't know how you come up with those. It's a great one. Here's Perez now. Jarvis, the windup and the pitch. That's 4-4 right-handed. Grounds to short X. For Sonny Jackson, 331. G3. E31. 6-11-12. And he throws him out. 1 away, I'm sorry. And here's bench. Okay, Jarvis, he gets the sign from Didier, the windup and the pitch to bench. 5-5 right-handed, struck him out. First strikeout for Jarvis, 2 away for Lee May. That's 1-5 for May, and that's a base hit. First hit for the Reds. It's a 2-out single. Boyer could not get it. So May is on first with 2 down, and here's Tommy Helms. The pitch to Helms. That is a 6-5 right-handed fly ball right field. This should end the inning. Aaron is under it. He makes the catch, and the side is out. So it was no runs for the Reds on 1 hit. Left on base after 2. It's 2-0 Atlanta. And this is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Yes, it is. And we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Oh. Yes, we will, Kathy Harden. Yes, we will. I need to get some fresh air. I'll be back. A couple minutes. Oh. Hey folks, Jeffrey Guterman, Studio B here in Fort Lauderdale. It's 2-0 Atlanta. I'm going to need more coffee, so it'll just be a minute or so. We'll get back to this ball game. Yes. Whew, God. Let's get this coffee going. Oh. Kurt Miller has arrived. Holy cow. 18 years old, he says, Gary Nolan. 2.58 ERA. Great to see you, Kurt. We'll need water today. The coffee is brewing. We will get started here. And we thank you all for your patience. 14-8 with a 2.58 ERA. Was that with the Reds? Here's Nolan now in the third inning. Taking the mound. Aaron will lead it off. 2-0 Braves. They took the first game 4-0 on a 4-0 shutout pitched by Phil Niekro. Here's Aaron now. Nolan is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Aaron. That's 2-9. Oh, he grounds it to second for Helms. Throws it to first, one away. So Aaron is 0 for 2. For the Reds in 67, that's amazing. Here comes Orlando now. Grounded to short in the first. Nolan. The pitch to Orlando. That is 1-7 right-handed. Fly ball center for Tolan. 2 outs. And now Cletus Boyer. He doubled in the second to lead it off. Came home on the base hit by Sonny Jackson. And that was the first run for Atlanta. Here's Nolan now, the pitch to Boyer. 1-7, and it's a fly ball to center field for Tolan. And he makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 for Tolan now, for Nolan. And we're heading to the bottom of the third, 2-0 Atlanta. Jarvis takes the mound for the Braves. Whew. It'll be Woody Woodward to lead it off, and then we'll sneak some coffee sometime in this inning or the next. Jarvis is ready. Here's the pitch to Woodward. 3-7 right-handed. It's a base hit by Woodward to lead it off. And here's Gary Nolan and Abe Bunter. He's a 4 WR. Jarvis from the stretch, the pitch to Nolan. He lays it down, the infield stays back. It's a bunt, it's a 5A. It's tapped back to Jarvis. His only play is to first. And Woodward is in scoring position now. For Pete Rose. Let's go sneak a cup. Oh, Christ. Okay, Rose steps in, switch hitter batting left now. Jarvis from the stretch. It's Woodward on second with 1 out. Jarvis from the stretch and the pitch to Rose. 5-5, switch hitter batting left, and he struck him out. That's the second strikeout for Jarvis. And here comes Tolan in a clutch situation. Tolan flew to left in the first. Ah. Okay, Jarvis is ready. Here's the pitch to Tolan. 3-9 right-handed. Oh, he struck him out in a sea of trouble. It was 3-9 right-handed, and that would be the third strikeout for Jarvis, and the side is retired. No runs for the Reds. On the leadoff single, Woodward, and he was left on second after the sacrifice. We've gone 3. It's 2-0 Braves. Here's Nolan now. Mian, Jackson, and Didier for the Braves in the top of the 4th. Here's Felix. Singleton scored on the sacrifice fly by Felipe. That was the second run for Atlanta. Here's Nolan now. And the pitch to Mian. 5-3 right-handed, fly ball right field. That's for Rose, a 1-4. F3, Rose, and E4. 6-9-10. And he makes the catch, 1 away. Now here's Sonny Jackson. Singled to knock home Boyer for the first run in the second. 1 out, nobody on, top of the 4th. 2-0 Atlanta. Nolan and the pitch. That's 1-6, and that is a base hit by Sonny Jackson up the middle. His second hit of the ball game. Thrown in by Tolan. And Bob Didier, the switch-hitting catcher, comes to the plate, hitting left-handed. Walked in the second. Nolan from the stretch with Jackson on first, 1 out. And the pitch to Didier. That's 4-8. Switch hitter batting left. And that is, that's a re-roll on the 20 die. And it is a base hit. Jackson rounds second, goes to third. So Nolan in trouble again. First and third, 1 out for Jarvis. Infield back. Here's Nolan now. And the pitch to Jarvis. Right-handed hitter, 5-9, and he grounds it to short. This could be 2. Woodward, 330. 18-3. It's a G1. 6-11-14. 30-14. It's a clean G1, first and third, and it is a double play. Woodward to Helms. To Lee May. And the Reds get out of it. Nolan gets out of it. No runs. 2 hits. And 1 left on. And we're in the middle of the 4th. 2-0 Braves. Here's Jarvis, who's been pretty tough. 3 scoreless innings. Alex Johnson to lead it off. Here's Jarvis. The pitch to Alex Johnson. 4-5 right-handed, grounds to short X. For Jackson, 331. G1, Jackson E31. 6-10-11. And he throws him out. So that's one away. Here's Tony Perez. Reds down 2-0. They have big bats, though. Jarvis gets the sign from Didier, the windup, and the pitch to Perez. That's 3-7, and he struck him out. That's the fourth strikeout for Jarvis. And he's in control of this ball game thus far. Here's bench. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the fourth. Jarvis, the pitch to bench. That's 5-7 right-handed, and he struck him out. Oh, Jarvis, with his 5th strikeout. The side is retired. He doesn't have much of a ratio, but he's got 5 today. 1-2-3 inning. We've gone 4. It's 2-0 Atlanta. This is Jeffrey Guterman from Studio B, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. We're so glad that you were able to join us this morning. Oh, that's good coffee. Very, very good coffee here. Well, everybody, I want to thank you for being here. My name's Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I am a 65-year-old man. Due to debilitating depression and anxiety, I no longer work. I'm retired. I still have depression. I have anxiety. I also have a gnawing existential despair about life, chronically worried, aimless, without meaningful purpose in life. And Strat-O-Matic is one of the few things, I'm just telling you how it is. Strat-O-Matic is one of the few things that I still enjoy, along with smoking grass, drinking coffee, and some other behaviors or interests that I would prefer not to talk about because they're very personal. He became executive casino host at the Mirage in Las Vegas. How was that allowed in baseball? I thought you weren't allowed to be involved with gambling at all. I remember Mays was a greeter or something, and he stopped doing it, I believe. I could be wrong. We're heading to the top of the 5th. It's Nolan. Kurt Miller says that Gary Nolan in 89. I'm sorry, 89. Okay. Well, I guess that's allowed. See how you can easily misread. Nolan takes the mound. He's allowed 2 runs in 4 innings. It will be Felipe Gonzalez and Henry Aaron. here in the top of the fourth. Felipe singled and had a sacrifice fly. Okay, here's Gary Nolan now. He's ready. The windup and the pitch to Felipe. 6-8 right-handed, and that's a liner to second caught by Helms. 1 down. Here's Tony Gonzalez. I understand. Thank you, Kurt Miller. Whew. Lord. Here's Gonzalez now, 1 out, nobody on. The pitch from Nolan. 6-2, left-handed, fly ball center for Tolan. And it's 2 away. And here comes Aaron. Nolan struck him out in the first. He grounded to second in the third. He's 75 years old now. Amazing. So much time has passed. I'm 65, for Christ's sakes. Okay, here's Nolan. The pitch to Aaron. That's 2-11, right-handed. Oh, flies it to right. Deep but playable by Rose. Almost a home run, but almost isn't good enough. It's a game of inches. The side is retired. 1-2-3 for Nolan. It is a close ball game. It's 2-0 Atlanta. Jarvis has thrown 4 shutout innings. He's allowed 2 hits, struck out 5, hasn't walked a batter. And Mark Levine has arrived. Lee May will lead it off. The Dow is down again. Okay, Jarvis is ready. Here's the pitch to Lee May. That's 1-3, right-handed, fly ball left for Gonzalez, 1 out. Jarvis very tough today. Now Tommy Helms. He flew to right in the second. Wow, he didn't pitch that much, just 8 innings. Kurt Miller says Pat Jarvis pitched 7 seasons for the Braves and 1 with Montreal. A relatively short career. Here's Helms 0 for 1, flew to right in the second. Jarvis winds and the pitch to Helms. 3-6 right-handed. It's a base hit by Helms. So Helms is on. Gets his first hit of the ball game. And here's Woody Woodward. Whew. Lord. Jarvis from the stretch. And the pitch to Woodward. 3-7 right-handed. Base hit to left for Woodward, his second of the ball game. Helms goes to second. He'll hold. And that brings up Nolan. They're going to let him hit. Nolan, a fair hitter. He's a 4 WR. Oh. Here's Jarvis now. First and second, one down. And the pitch to Nolan. 2-5. Grounds it to second. Felix steps on the bag, throws to first, and it's a double play. A 4-3 double play. The side is retired. No runs, 2 hits, none left. My goodness, we've gone 5. It's 2-0. Jarvis started in the Cubs organization, won 85 games. He's 82 years old. He's still alive. And we thank Kurt Miller for that very good information. Move to the top of the 6th now. I think it's time for even more coffee. Nolan has allowed 2 runs in 5 innings. And Orlando will lead it off. Here's more coffee, Kathy Arden. Okay, here's Orlando 0 for 2. Nolan has pitched fair baseball, but he's allowed the 2 runs. Here's Nolan now, the windup and the pitch to Orlando. That's 3-5, right-handed, popped it up to short. Woodward is under it. And he made the catch. There's a name that I have not heard in a very long time. Kurt Miller notes that Whitlow Wyatt taught Pat Jarvis the slider. I don't remember who he played for or what, but the name I remember so well. It's 1 out, nobody on. For Atlanta, Cletus comes up. Doubled and scored in the 2nd, flew to center in the 3rd. Here's Nolan now. The windup and the pitch to Cletus. 2-12, right-handed, hit him. Cletus gets hit. Wyatt Earp. And here's Felix Millan. Felix 1 for 2 today, singled and scored in the 2nd. It's Boyer on first. He was hit by a pitch from Nolan. With 1 out, here's Millan. Oh. Here's Nolan. The pitch to Felix. That's 3-5 right-handed, and he grounds it back to Nolan. He will force Boyer at second. It's 2 outs, and Felix is on. See if Felix is being held. Yes, he is. See, I wouldn't go anyway. With bench a -4, he'd be 1-9 if not held. But now he is a 1-6, and that is not my call. That's how we do that. Here's Sonny Jackson now. 2 outs, Mian on first, being held. Oh, okay. Whitlow Wyatt pitched 16 seasons, most notably with the Dodgers, from 1939 to 1945. Yeah, I figured he was a pitcher. Sonny Jackson is 2 for 2, 2 singles. It's Felix on first, 2 down. Here's Nolan. That's 2-5 right-handed. Grounds it to Oh, he was being held. The plus, it's a base hit, goes through. Felix goes to third. And there you go. You all know that plus sign means single 2 asterisks if a runner is being held or the infield is in. So it's first and third, 2 outs for Didier. Nolan trying to get out of this now. Oh. Okay, Nolan gets the sign from bench. And the pitch to Didier. 5-8, switch hitter batting left. It's a fly ball to center. Tolan is going to get this. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. Nolan gets out of it. No runs, a hit by pitch, a single, and 2 left on. We're in the middle of the 6th. It's still a 2-0 ball game. And Kurt Miller notes that Whitlow Wyatt in 1941, the year they won that pennant, and lost to the Yankees, was 22-10 with 7 shutouts. My goodness. I haven't thought about him in a long time. Folks, we are in Studio B for the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. It's 2-0 Atlanta. Good game here today. Looking ahead on our schedule, we'll have a game, an afternoon game. I don't know if it'll be 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or what, but I'll be posting it later, and I'll be using the other stuff for that game. And it will be the New York Yankees at the Cleveland Tribe. The New York Yankees at the Cleveland Tribe is next, a snoozer. And pitching will be Stan Bonson for the Yankees and Mike Paul for the Tribe. And we hope to catch you there for that ball game. It's 2-0 Atlanta here in a very important ball game. And we thank you very much, Mark Levine. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, Lord. Very good frickin' coffee. Oh, my God. The markets are down again today. You all just give me a couple minutes to get myself together, and we'll continue this ball game. Just give me a chance to get myself together here. In 1999, in Georgia, Wyatt died from pneumonia at age 91 years old. That's from Kurt Miller in text. Whitlow Wyatt, age 91. And Kathy Harden notes at the Elvis Chapel in Vegas. Oh yeah, okay. Kathy Harden. We've got a ball game here, folks. It's 2-0 Atlanta over Cincinnati, second of a 4-game series. Atlanta won the first one 4-0, Necro with the shutout. And here we are, Braves with a 4 1/2 lead over the San Francisco Giants, who play later on this date. This come around the time when folks start looking at the scoreboard. I remember we always in '69, we were looking at the scoreboard every day in September when the Mets were trying to catch the Cubs, and it was great. On TV, we would see the Mets were winning a game, and then the Cubs lost. The Super Bowl is in Vegas this year? Holy shit. When the Reds come up, that'll be the top of the order. The first six batters, actually the first 5 batters in this game are 0 for 8. That gives you an idea of Pat Jarvis. A 4-hit shutout. I'll tell you one thing I like to think of about the Super Bowl is I like to think about all the money I've saved by not going to it. That's a pleasant thought that I have. Well, here we go. Gary Nolan in his first endurance inning, the top of the 7th. It's 2-0 Braves. Oh, God, I'm sweating here. Oh. Okay, Nolan is ready. Top of the order for the Reds. Pete Rose to lead it off. Again, the first 5 batters are 0 for 10. Here's Rose, switch hitter, batting left. Okay, Nolan is ready. Here's the windup. And the pitch to Rose. 5-11, switch hitter batting left, flies to left X. That's for Gonzalez, 2-7. That's a 1-2, it's a D2. It's going to be at least a double for Rose. On a 1-2 D2 there. Gonzalez, E7. That's 6-11-12. And it will be a double for Rose standing. And here's Bobby Tolan now. A leadoff double off Nolan. And again, and this is his first endurance inning, Gary Nolan. Okay, here's Tolan, left-handed hitter. He's the tying run at the plate. Nolan, from the stretch, gets the sign. Oh, wait a minute. I have Nolan pitching. Oh, my. I have Nolan accidentally pitching against his own team. We're going to have to do a replay and do it all over here. We'll go with the roll on Rose. What a shame. What a shame. We're going to have to do a replay. It happens, folks, and we hate when it does. But due to technology, we're able to go back in time, and house rules are that we go with the roll. So let's go back. This is a replay now. It's Rose leading off. All the money I've saved by not going to it. That's Here we go. A pleasant thought that I have. It's Jarvis pitching to Rose, which would be the correct. It happens. And you've got to acknowledge we're human. Here we go. God, I'm sweating here. That's a shame. We never could have done this in the past. We're on instant replay here. This is not live. This is an instant replay. to look at the roll, with Rose leading off. What a shame. Here's Rose, switch hitter, batting left. House rules, we go with the die that was thrown. Okay, Nolan is ready. Here's the windup. And the pitch to Rose. That's a 5-11 switch hitter. It's a base hit. It was a 5-11. And Rose batting left-handed. It is a base hit. So we'll just switch this from a double to a single. I'm actually glad that that happened. And we feel good about it because it's all rectified. So Rose on first with nobody out. And here's Bobby Tolan. Thank you, Kurt Miller. Thank you. It happens. Thank you, Kurt Miller says, nice correction. Here's Tolan now. Reds down by 2. He's an A bunter. Jarvis from the stretch. And the pitch to Tolan. 2-7, right-handed, fly ball left. For Gonzalez, 1 out. And here comes Alex Johnson. Okay, Jarvis. And the pitch to Johnson. 4-10, right-handed. Oh, pops it to short. In a sea of trouble. And Sonny Jackson makes the catch. It's 2 away. For Tony Perez, the tying run at the plate. Perez 0 for 2. Actually, I was saying it was the first endurance inning. It wasn't. That was the 6th for Nolan. Same applies to Jarvis. Both of them 7th inning. Here's the pitch to Perez. That's 2-9, and he struck him out. Oh, Pat Jarvis. Very tough today. His 6th strikeout. The side is retired, no runs. The leadoff single by Rose left on. And we move to the top of the 7th. It's a 2-0 ball game. Pat Jarvis will lead it off. He's 0 for 2. Top of the 7th. In a very tight game, I think. Here's Nolan now. The windup and the pitch to Jarvis. 3-9, grounds it to third for Perez. He's got it. And throws to Lee May for the first out. This is the first endurance inning for Nolan. It'll be the same for Jarvis. And the leadoff hitter, Felipe Alou. More coffee, please. Here's Felipe now. 1 out, nobody on. Nolan has pitched good baseball. Here's the pitch to Felipe. That's 210 right-handed. Grounds it again to Perez. He fields it and throws it over to Lee May. 2 outs for Tony Gonzalez. 2-0 Braves here. Nolan facing Gonzalez 0 for 3 today. And the pitch. That's 5-6 left-handed, struck him out. And that's a 1-2-3 for Nolan. And he's pitched good baseball. But Jarvis pitching even better, shutting out the Reds. Here's Jarvis in his first endurance inning. It'll be bench, May, and Helms. Bench steps in. He has been struck out twice by Jarvis today. Here's Jarvis now. The windup and the pitch to bench. That's 111 right-handed. Grounds it back to Jarvis. And he throws it over to Orlando. 1 down. Bench 0 for 3. And now Lee May. Some real big hitting in this Cincinnati lineup, but Jarvis has held them at check, pitching a 5-hit shutout. All singles he's allowed. He has not walked a batter. Struck out 6. May 1 for 2. 1 out, nobody on. Here's Jarvis. And the pitch to May. 4-3, right-handed, fly ball right X. That's for Aaron. 1-6. 11-1 F2. E6. 4, 5, 6, 7, E6. And he makes the catch. 2 outs for Tommy Helms. Okay, Jarvis. With 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 7th. Reds down 2-0. Here's the pitch to Helms. And that is 6-6 right-handed, and that is a liner to third, caught by Boyer. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. We've gone 7 here. It's 2-0. It's a 2-0 ball game. Both pitchers retired the sides in order. In the 7th, we're going to head to the 8th, and Gary Nolan will come out. Nolan will start his second endurance inning. He'll face Aaron, who's 0 for 3, then Cepeda 0 for 3, and then Boyer, who doubled, flew to center, hit by a pitch. Oh. Whew. If you like pitching, this has been a good ball game. The only runs are the 2 runs by Atlanta in the 2nd. They had 3 straight hits to open up the inning. And we're going to move now to the top of the 8th. Only 5 hits allowed by Jarvis. As noted by Kurt Miller. Nolan takes the mound. Henry Aaron leads it off. He's 0 for 3. This Braves team, I'll tell you, they have the pitching. They have Necro. They have the big man Ron Reed. Pappas has been hurt. They have Jarvis. And with Jarvis pitching like this, there's no surprise they're in first. Necro threw a shutout in the first game of this series. This is a 4-game series. This is game 2. And now Jarvis on his way to a shutout again for the Braves. Another shutout. Henry Aaron steps in the batter's box. Here's Nolan now. Aaron 0 for 3. The windup by Nolan and the pitch to Aaron. 3-7. Grounds it to second. Helms has it. Throws to May. 1 away. And he's 0 for 4, Henry Aaron. Here comes Orlando. Here's Nolan. Orlando 0 for 3 on the pitch. That's 2-7, and that's going to be a double down the line. A 1-out double by Orlando. And Clete Boyer comes to the plate. Again, Nolan in his first endurance inning. Clay Karl is warming in the bullpen. The bullpen is well rested. Here's Nolan. The pitch to Boyer. 6-6 right-handed, fly ball right. Rose is there. 2 outs. And here's Felix Millan. Millan 1 for 3. Nolan from the stretch. And the pitch. That's 2-8. And he chops it to short for Woodward. And he throws it on to Lee May, and the side is retired. And I'll tell you, Gary Nolan has pitched good baseball. But it looks like they're going to have a hitter for him here in the bottom of the 8th. Clay Karl, the right-hander, and Kurt Miller. I don't know if you're aware of the great tragedy that did we discuss this? The great tragedy that befell Clay Karl in real world. Clay Karl is warming. He will come in next inning. Nolan pitched 8 innings. Loser of record. Allowed 8 hits. Walked 1. Struck out 3. Allowed only 2 runs. Karl will be the next pitcher. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Pat Jarvis in his second endurance inning. Throwing shutout baseball, 5-hit shutout baseball, all singles. Woodward will lead it off. Here's Jarvis now. The windup and the pitch to Woodward. And that is a 6-6 right-handed. And that is a liner to third caught by Boyer. 1 down. Now there'll be a hitter here for Nolan. They have a pretty anemic bench. It will be Jimmy Stewart, switch hitter. Stewart steps in the batter's box. Switch hitter batting left against Jarvis. Jarvis almost unhittable today. Here's Jarvis now. And the pitch to Stewart. 6-7, switch hitter batting left. Oh, and that's a base hit for Stewart. Just missed the double. It was 6-7 left-handed. Double 1 to 10, it's a base hit. And Rose comes up, he's the tying run. Rose 1 for 3 today. Stewart on first, 1 down. Jarvis. Isn't that something? Kurt Miller. Kurt Miller notes a 1985 shooting left Clay's wife and son dead. Shot by Clay's wife's 26-year-old son. His stepson, if you will. This had to be, I think, after his career, after he retired. I could be wrong. Okay, Jarvis facing Rose and the pitch. That's 5-4. Switch hitter batting left, grounds to third X. And that's Boyer, a 118. Oh, looks like it could be a double play. We'll see. 118, that's 6-1. G1. E18 on Boyer. 3, 4, 5, 6, E18. It's a clean G1 with a runner on first. And it is a double play. And the side is retired. So it's 5-4-3, turned by Boyer. Tough break there for the Reds. Whew, we've gone 8. 2-0. And here's Clay Karl now. New pitcher for the Reds. Clay Karl, still alive, 82 years old. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that happening? He divorced in 1981 from his first wife, then married a Frances Nowitzki, a widow with children of her own, in 1983. And they were living in Bradenton, Florida. Karl was wounded. His wife and Karl's biological son were killed by Frederick Nowitzki. He was convicted of murder and sentenced to death in Florida's electric chair. Several years later, a new trial was ordered, and he was given a life sentence that he continues to serve. So, you know, the tragedy, baseball is a microcosm. Okay, he pitched till 1978, Kurt Miller notes. It's a microcosm of society. And Ferguson Jenkins' daughter was murdered by her boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend. So you want to talk about, by the way, Sonny Jackson is 3 for 3. He's going to lead off. The bottom half of this Braves order has done the Lions' share of hitting here. We have room for one more cup here. And that'll be enough. That'll be enough coffee for the day. Oh, can you imagine what that's like? God. Kurt Miller notes that Sonny Jackson is 3 for 3 today, 3 singles. Knocked in a run. Okay, Karl is ready. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth, it'll be the heart of the order. Tolan, Johnson, Perez. Then bench and May. Whew. Here's Clay Karl now. The pitch to Sonny Jackson. That's 610 left-handed, grounds to third X for Perez, a 433. It's a G2 E33. It is a great finish for this game. That's 610-13 E33, and he boots it for an error. An error by Tony Perez at third. That's the first error of the ball game. So Jackson reaches base safely 4 times, 3 for 3 on the error. Here's Didier now. A bunter for a catcher and a switch hitter. Okay, Karl now. The pitch to Didier. 3-3 right-handed. Oh, it is a liner to second, caught by Helms. Oh, what a catch by Tommy Helms. Look at that again. 3-3 right-handed. Single 1-4. It was a 5. Just got it. All right, Kurt Miller. No problem. He says, no more factoids today. I'm too involved with this game. We don't blame you. Here's Pat Jarvis. It's 1 out, Sonny Jackson on first. Karl from the stretch, and the pitch to Jarvis. That's 1-7, and he struck him out. 2 down. And here comes Felipe. Felipe 1 for 3. He had a single in the first, left on, sacrifice fly to bring home beyond the second run of this ball game. Two outs, 1 on, top of the ninth. Braves lead it 2-0. The pitch to Felipe. That's 2-6, right-handed, base hit for Felipe. Jackson rounds second, goes to third. Karl in trouble here. And here's Tony Gonzalez 0 for 4. 2 outs, first and third. Gonzalez can bust it wide open here. The pitch from Karl. That's 6-9 left-handed. Fly ball center. This should end the inning. Tolan under it. Makes the catch. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, the error, both left. We're heading to the bottom of the ninth. This is it, folks. Pat Jarvis trying to throw the second shutout in a row. Second complete shutout for the Braves. Phil Niekro shut out the Reds in the first of this 4-game series. It was 4-0 against Merritt, who also went all the way. And he's going to have to face the heart of this order. Leading it off, Bobby Tolan. This is the third endurance inning for Jarvis. He is fresh. Jarvis is ready. Here's the windup. And the pitch to Tolan. 3-8 right-handed, base hit. So Tolan is on a 3-8 single. And Alex Johnson comes to the bat. He's the tying run at the plate. Tolan being held. 1-15 stealing. Jarvis from the stretch. And the pitch to Johnson. That's 5-6 right-handed. It's a base hit to right. Tolan, 1-17, goes to third without a throw, keeping the tying run at first. Jarvis is one hit or walk away from fatigue with Tony Perez coming up, and Cecil Upshaw is warming. He pitched in this game in real world. Reds won this one 2-1. Tony Perez is the winning run at the plate. Johnson on first, Tolan on third, nobody out. Here's Jarvis. The pitch to Perez. 3-7, he struck him out. And that's the 7th for Jarvis. And here comes bench, May on deck. Infield back, double play depth. Jarvis trying to finish this up here. In trouble here in the 9th. Here's Jarvis now. And the pitch to bench. 2-11. Oh, it's a fly ball to left. That will bring in a run. Tolan will tag. That makes it a 2-1 ball game. Johnson holds at first. The shutout is broken. And here's Lee May. May, the winning run at the plate. One good hit, and May, the Reds can win this ball game. Here's Jarvis now with Johnson on first, 2 down. Jarvis from the stretch, and the pitch to May. That's 110. Oh, it's a fly ball to right field. A can of corn for Aaron. He makes the catch, and the ball game is over. What a game it was. The final score, Atlanta 2 and Cincinnati 1. The win goes to Jarvis. He got in trouble in the 9th but got out of it. He did allow his first run. He allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. He did not walk a batter, had great control, struck out 7, allowed 1 run. The final line, Atlanta, 2 runs, 8 hits. 2 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Cincinnati, 1 run, 8 hits, and 1 error. So we're going to put both of these games in the books. This will give the Atlanta Braves a 5-game lead now in the National League West, putting the pressure on San Francisco in their game later on this date. Reds fall back 14 behind. Tough loss for the Reds. Well-played game by both teams, Kathy Harden says, and so right she is. Thank you all for being here. Stay strong. This has been Jeffrey Guterman from Studio B in the Strat-O-Matic Sports, for the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. We have the Yankees at the Tribe coming up later this afternoon sometime. And we'll post that one when we are able. Stay strong, everybody. Have a good day. And I'll catch you all next time. Thank you, Kathy Harden. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Kurt Miller. Thank you, Mark Levine. And thank you, everybody, for being here on the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I'll catch you all next time. Take care, everybody.